All right, so it's been a long time. Just like my fan. It's been a long time. I have never done a video like this before, so yeah. So if you're on Twitter and if you read Jujutsu Kaisen, you're probably wondering why it's trending. Now, before I talk about this, heavy spoilers for the Jujutsu Kaisen manga, Attack on Titan, and I think I'm probably going to talk about something else. I'll put a spoiler up thing before the video starts, but yeah, so Gojo died in this week's chapter. Allegedly. Not allegedly, but bro's literally split in half. Now, the thing is, like, there's a lot of outrage right now because I don't even know if I can show an image of it, but basically, Gojo. Okay, let me back up. So, I can use this. So, this is what happened to Gojo. By the way, this is not funny. This is not funny. This hurt my soul when I saw this last night. But anyway, so Gojo and Sukuna have been fighting for like the last few months, and it's been like a back and forth. It's been like 1 minute Gojo was gonna lose, the next minute Sukuna was gonna lose. It's been going back and forth, and in the last chapter, it ended with Gojo using Hello Purple on Sukuna. He hit everyone, but then Gojo was like, "Oh man, I'm just dandy because like this is my own curse technique." And Kisagabe said that Gojo won. And it ended, can I find an image? What chapter was that? Because I can just like look it up and find an image. But yeah, so okay, so I don't know where the recording stopped because apparently I hit 1 or 2 while this was going on. But anyway, I don't remember. Okay, all right, I'll just start from here. So it doesn't make any sense on like how Gojo got off screen. I'm so mad that I really lost all of those points. So Gojo dies in this chapter, allegedly, not so allegedly, because like bro split in half. It doesn't sit right with me on like how Gojo got off screen, because Gojo is a very important character. And also, Gojo was the one who said, "Nah, bro, I beat Sukuna." Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, it's crazy on how the fight went from, like Gojo hitting Sukuna with Hollow Purple, and Sukuna being incredibly damaged. So for that to happen, and for Gojo to be standing, we can see his body. We can see him right here standing. Like, we see Gojo, like, standing, not split in half. And then for the next chapter to be, like, Gojo talking to Nanami and everyone else, and then him dying next chapter is crazy. Like, you would think they would show that on screen instead of, like, off screen and, like, on some, like, spoiler, on some, like, Blackbeard stuff from One Piece. Like, that doesn't make any sense. For context, if you don't know what I'm talking about, before the time skip, Luffy's brother, Ace, and Blackbeard fought in quotation marks. What happened was, it was like, Blackbeard, I think, was looking for Ace. It's been a very long time since I've, like, rewatched One Piece. So, I think it was something along the lines of that. And we saw them, like, staring each other down. And then I think the next time we saw Ace, he was, like, in cuffs, because he lost. And we don't know how Blackbeard beat Ace. I don't think we do. I think that's something that we still don't know. And, like, anytime Blackbeard's in a fight, it always happens, like, off screen. I think it happened the same with when he fought Law and his crew. I think it happened during the Marine War too. Like I said, it's been a very long time since I've, like, went back to rewatch One Piece, since, it's 1,000 episodes, and I don't feel like doing that right now. That's a lot to do. But it just doesn't make any sense on, like, why this was off screen. and there are like theories going around saying that like Gojo's not dead because like when Sukuna told Gojo, "I'll never forget you," he like apparently he like kind of his body like kind of moved. So I don't know. And then there's also like a theory saying that like since Sukuna didn't cut off his head, he can like regenerate like how he did with Toji. But I don't know. I don't know, because at least with Toji, Gojo wasn't split in half. He just got stabbed in the head, and he got cut a lot. His body was still intact. This time, he's split in half. So, like, his organs should be on the floor somewhere, because he's split in half. But then again, this is an anime, so I shouldn't be thinking too much about it. But, yeah, it just really doesn't sit right with me. Like, Geji, the author, Akutami, has written himself in a corner with this because no matter what happens, unless it's explained really well next chapter, because this chapter is Sukuna was saying that like, oh, Madaraga was like learning your techniques and blah blah blah. Unless just like explain more about like how Gojo went from standing to split in half, then sure, I can accept it. But if it's just like this, like how it's just like the last chapter Gojo was standing, the next chapter he's split in half, and it never gets explained, that's going to annoy a lot of people. Me included, because it's like, this is Satoru Gojo we're talking about. He's one of the, like, a very important character to the show. Like how Yuji's important, like how the main cast is important, Gojo is also incredibly important. So, if he gets off screen like that and it doesn't get explained, that's going to piss off a lot of people. There are already people right now like very pissed off, and I don't blame them. Right? I don't blame them. I'm not sure if I said this before the video cut off, but I'm not mad at Gojo dying. I'm just mad about how it's executed. Because for him to go from standing to split in half just doesn't sit well with me. And like a part of me wants to believe that he's not dead, but it's kind of hard to think that when he's literally split in half. I don't know what else he could pull for this. Like, it's kind of like, spoiler for Attack on Titan, it's kind of like when Gabby shot Aaron's head off and we all thought he was dead because you know, Aaron got his head blown off. And I think that's where the chapter ended. But that one wasn't off screen. And it made sense that, like, Aaron wasn't dead because it makes sense. Aaron's the main character. He wasn't going to get killed by Gabby. Oh, no, not Gabby. All I know is Gabby. But it just, this just doesn't sit right. Like, I want you to know. Let's look at my tweets. I gotta make sure I'm still recording because last time I did this, I stopped recording. Okay. So, there's a reason why I tweeted fuck 10 hours ago, because, like, I was just so flabbergasted about how this happened. On how, like, one of the pretty important characters got off screen. Like, I really don't get it. I hope there's an explanation. I hope it's not just, like, one of those things to where it's like, well, Gojo's dead. Alright, let's move on. Kaneshiro, bro, use your thunder to do absolutely nothing to Sukuna. And another thing. I hope I said this in the other one. If I didn't, whatever, I'm gonna repeat it. I don't think, like, it doesn't make any sense that Gojo died to Sukuna. Oh, okay. What am I trying to say? Because, like, I can't put this into words. What am I trying to say? Like it's kind of jank that Gojo died to Sukuna. That's the word. Because, like, I'm just at a loss for words right now. Because if Gojo is dead, then who is gonna beat Kinjaku? Because it makes sense for Gojo to do it because Kinjaku is controlling Gato's body. And Gato was Gojo's best friend. So, like, it's not, I don't think it would be Yuji because, like, Yuji doesn't really have a connection to Kinjaku like that. Like, he does kind of because it's kind of like his son, but you know what I mean. Like, the impact wouldn't feel the same if Yuji does it. It could be Yuta, but I don't know. It just doesn't fit the mold. Like, it's kind of like spoiler alert for. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna go there. It's like if in Dragon Ball, when it's like if Piccolo was the one to kill Frieza. Like, no, like the Namekians weren't enslaved by Frieza. It was the Saiyans. So it makes sense that Goku would be the one to kill Frieza because he's a Saiyan and Frieza had control of them, blew up their own planet for the past a very long time. So what I'm trying to get at, like, sure Piccolo could have because like, you know, Frieza kind of like invaded Namek, but that wouldn't hit the same. Like, the Frieza saga wouldn't be so good if it was Piccolo who put Frieza in a body bag. It just wouldn't. I'm sorry. I love Piccolo, but it just wouldn't hit the same. So with this, it's also kind of like that too. To where it's like, sure, it could be Yuta, it could be Yuji, but it just wouldn't hit the same. Since I believe that, here's a little theory for me. I believe Kanashiro's domain expansion isn't going to do nothing to Sukuna. Because if Sukuna can slash through Gojo's infinity, I don't think Bro's domain expansion is going to do anything. So I think either Kanashiro dies, or it doesn't do nothing, and Yuji is like, nah, let me cook. He killed my sensei. I have to beat Sukuna's ass. So then Yuji beats Sukuna, and then maybe Megumi lives or dies. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I'm either or. I'm on the fence because I don't know what they could do to like get Megumi out of, take Sukuna out of Megumi and him still be alive. So I think Yuji's gonna have to kill Sukuna, and in doing that, kill Megumi, which, rest in peace Megumi if that happens. And then Sukuna's gone, Megumi's dead. But then that still leaves Kinjaku. And another thing that I just realized. I think after this, Sukuna leaves. Because Sukuna just leaves. Like, because we haven't seen Sukuna's like true form. I don't remember what chapter it was, but there was like a chapter to where it showed like what Sukuna looked like back in the olden times, where like he looked like a 100 character, honestly. So where like he had 4 eyes and he was like more muscular, like his true form. I don't think we leave the show without seeing that. It'd be very weird if like we saw that and then we never saw it in battle. Kind of like spoilers for My Hero. Like, if All For One never regained his body back to what it was before, and we kept on seeing like glimpses of it, like, that would be bad. So, yeah, I don't know. If Gojo is dead, then Akutami needs to have something incredibly well written. Because, like, I don't want JJK to become another Attack on Titan. If you don't know what I mean, spoiler alerts for the ending of Attack on Titan. The last 2 chapters of Attack on Titan are bad. In my humble opinion. Because I don't think we've gotten the Save the World scene in the anime yet, but I think we have. But basically, the remaining Titan... No, yeah, because they're on the plane. They're about to go fucking... Never mind. So, like, the show got, like, not good after, like... Probably after Hanji's death. Because I was fine with Hanji dying. You know, there had to be something. But after that, it just dropped. Like, I know people don't see it that way, but for me, because I was reading, like, a lot of theories on, like, the ending and stuff about, like, the You Are Free panel, how Eren wasn't in his Titan, he was, like, he was somewhere else, but he wasn't in his Titan, and there was a good theory, and it was just, like, for Eren to be in there, and for, like, everything, I'm trying to remember what fully happened, because it's, like, They fight Aaron. Levi kills Zeke, which, I mean, it was bound to happen. Like, who else was gonna kill Zeke? No one. It had to be Levi. That was Levi's work. So that's fine. That's fine. I don't really care about like Levi killing Zeke. Oh no. Okay, okay. All right. Once again, spoilers, because I'm going to explain the ending in the last 2 chapters of Attack on Titan from memory. So they're fighting Eren on his Titan. He summons a bunch of like fake Titans. And for some reason, a pig like swallows Armin, and Armin goes into the paths where he sees Zeke playing with sand. That's fine because a lot of people didn't know where Zeke was ever since him and Eren like fused. So Zeke's playing with sand, and I think Zeke is like, "Bro, my plan failed. What am I gonna do? Like, dude, this isn't it." And then Armin talks to Zeke, and basically like, Zeke, you should let Levi kill you for the sake of humanity. And Zeke's like, okay, cool. So Zeke pops out, Levi kills him, which is fine, makes sense. I would have been fine if Levi died, honestly. Like, I wouldn't have cared one way or the other. So that happens. There's something else, because there's like, the Colossal Titan is also on there, and something happens to where like they don't obey Eren, and so Armin blows himself up on Eren, and then like everyone's like, "Oh, yay, the war is over." Mind you, Eren right now is a spider crawling, and then all of a sudden he becomes the Colossal Titan. How in the fuck did that happen? Bro, it was never explained that Eren could change forms in his Titan. It was never said, "Oh, if you have the founding power, you can do this." That was never explained. So, Eren did that, and everyone was like, "Oh, I knew you were going to do that." No, you didn't! No, you did not! You did not predict that Eren was going to do that. So that happens. That still pisses me off so much, because it doesn't make any sense. Sure, it's a possibility, but they never explained it. They never said, "Oh, by the way, the founder can change form of their Titan." Never explained. So he becomes a Colossal. Him and Armin fight. Eren beats Armin again. And Levi blows a hole into Eren's teeth. Mikasa finds Eren's head, cuts it off. There's a flashback. Eren's like, "Man, bro, I just want to be a fisherman. Blah, blah, blah." Mikasa kisses Eren Dead's head, which is very weird. A very weird chapter. Ymir, the founder Ymir was also there. And then I think it's like 138. And then 139. This is where it just gets bad. So, Armin and Eren are talking about like, "Eren, you didn't have to beat me up so much, blah, blah, blah. I had to save humanity because I'm going to destroy 80% of it." And, okay. Follow me with this one. I promise you, I don't even think anyone's going to watch this video, but I don't care. I promise you I'm not lying. They're talking about all this stuff. And Eren says, and I quote, basically, he says, "I'm going to kill my mom." So his whole point of like being like, "Ooh, I gotta avenge my mom," is stupid. Because he was the one who did it. Because he says, and I quote, "It wasn't Bertolt's time to die yet. The one who let them get the one who let them get away, the one who killed my mom was," and it cuts up there and it shows Armin's horrific face. Who else? Who else was it? Because Eren can see into the future because he has the Attack Titan. And Eren's able to move shit around. So it was Eren himself who killed his mom. So his whole character arc of being like, "Oh man, I hate the Titans because they killed my mom." Motherfucker, that was you! You did it! It was you! You, Eren Yeager. It was you, bro. Anyway, so that happens. It's not said it was Eren, but it's implied it was him heavily. Stupid, by the way. Very stupid. They keep on exploring the world. Eren's talking about stuff. And then they're like at the sea talking. I think Armin's like, "Yeah, Eren, you should go apologize to Mikasa because you really had feelings." Armin punches Eren for some reason. And the most iconic panel ever. Because Armin's like, "Dude, you're a douchebag. Like, Mikasa will probably find another man. And then Aaron's like, I don't want Mikasa to find another man. I want her to think about me and her for another 10 years at least. And it's like, bro, oh my god, Aaron, you can't get away with this. You're like one of my favorite characters. Like, to this day, I still love Attack on Titan for being able to make Eren the good guy to the bad guy and make it make sense. So anyway, skipping ahead, there's also some other stuff too that I'm leaving out because I don't feel like explaining the last chapters. Because there's a lot that happened. It just gets bad. Just know, if you have high expectations for the ending, please lower them, because it's not gonna be great. But anyway, so that happens. Eren's dead. Yahoo. Armin says, yeah, no, it was me who killed Eren, because there was like was it the Marleans, or was it was one of them? I can't remember who. They were like, oh no, how do we know you can turn to Titans? Blah blah blah. Armin's like, no, I killed Eren. And while Mikasa is walking away with Eren's head, we see the founder Ymir, and Mikasa's like, oh, it was you in my mind this whole time, controlling my will or something. And it's like, this was never explained on like it being Ymir in Mikasa's head. Never explained. Like the last chapter. And mind you, these were bonus pages before, because I'm getting really amped. I'm getting really amped up. Before because we got like some extra pages for context they didn't do. So before that happened, it was just like, Armin says that, Mikasa walks away to go bury Eren's head, and then go through a time skip, blah blah blah. But with the extra ones, Mikasa sees Ymir, and it's like, oh, you were the one controlling my will or whatever, blah blah blah, blah blah. Thank you, Ymir, blah 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 blah. So I don't remember all they said, but I got off track, I know, but I just don't want JJK to become bad, because I'm heavily invested in JJK. I love the show. Like, I just love how, like, season 1 was like tee-hees and ha-has, and then it just gets like dark really fast. I love shows that do that, and I don't want JJK to become like a show that like it gets a meme done because like of this or something else. So yeah, I don't remember what point I was making about this besides like how bad it would be if Eren got off screen and it wasn't explained. But yeah, so Gojo's dead and he died off screen. Hopefully next week we get an explanation, because we don't. The fans are going to be very mad. I can tell me they're already mad at you, but if you don't explain it, they're going to be even more mad. With that being said, thank you for watching this an incredibly interesting rant / talk about JJK. This will probably be the first and last time I ever do something like this, because I don't know. I could do this many a times, but today I just had to do it because I had to get this off my chest. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video.